Thank you, Dahlia. Hi, everybody. Wow, that's so nice when your friend introduces you. It's so sweet. Now, I want to share with you, I'm going to be talking about volunteerism, but I also want to share that I was a senior, I think that says, I was a cadet. And I grew up in Saudi Arabia, in Dhahran, Saudi Arabia. And I loved being a Girl Scout, and I learned how to camp in the desert, and it was really special. Being a Girl Scout for me has taught me some life skills that I mean, I'm the crazy mom, she can attest to this, that I'm like, okay, I have a really nice backyard, let's all camp. I get excited. Because there's nothing like aerating your body and sleeping outside and getting that beautiful fresh air. Or let's go for a hike for 5 miles. Everyone's like, dear Lord, what is wrong with her? But I mean, I was born with an insatiable appetite for nature. And being a Girl Scout, the tenets of, I love that the 3 C's that you're using, Sandra, courage, confidence, and character. No joke, what you all are doing here with donating your time, with stepping up and being courageous too. You could be doing a whole bunch of other stuff. You really could be. There's a lot of pull on our time. But for you to give the time that you're going to give to these young little nooblings, these new little souls that have yet to experience a night of birds chirp, or like a morning break with the birds chirping, or learning how to be compassionate and to be considerate and to be kind to another. These beautiful tenets and tent poles that are a part of the Girl Scouts zeitgeist is life-changing. It is important. How many of you have been a Girl Scout? Most of you guys. Okay. So you know what I'm talking about. And being I was a tiny little brownie. I think I was one in Islip Terrace, Long Island, before we moved to Saudi Arabia. So I took the love of being a Girl Scout and that community of girls, and then going over to Saudi Arabia, it was almost like you must engage with. There was not a lot to do there. Like, you didn't want to get in trouble or else your family would get kicked out of Saudi Arabia. So that was like, we did a lot of macrameing, we did a lot of camping, we did a lot of community service. I know how to bead my name in certain ways that people are like, how did you do it? Well, we had a lot of hours to know how to do arts and crafts and do pottery or do whatever it was. But the one thing that I so appreciate now being an adult was the time that all the adults that we felt safe with, that we were in their care for how many hours a week. And then for those camping trips when it was really scary and you've never done it before and you're in the middle of the desert and they were not being paid. They volunteered their time because they had the same passion to give girls an opportunity to experience what a lot of young boys and men had as an automatic, it seemed like, to be, hey, I build the best darn fires. I'm sorry, that's just the way it is. Because, I mean, I was taught to be self-sufficient and to be, how do you figure out a situation? And I know that came from Girl Scouts. It wasn't like we always had everything at our disposal, so you had to be creative and you had to put things together with the guidance of the volunteers that were around us. So the girls look up to those around them. And it's a real responsibility to be a good volunteer. It's one of the greatest opportunities to be a true mentor to the young people that are looking up to you. And the more joy that you can bring to the mix, the more that it's going to just spread into their lives. And you have no idea how your influence is going to impact these young people. But the fact that you are giving your time and you're excited about this and walking around this morning and seeing wonderful smiles on your faces and the excitement of giving helps the volunteer also. There's a lot that you're giving and a lot that you're going to be influencing and changing lives, because I am really a nature nut, and it really has to do with my love from the Girl Scouts years when I was doing all the camping and everything. And I usually am the person that tells a girlfriend of mine with heels on all the time. But I have girlfriends that are very much like Delia that will be like, there is no way that I'm going to go out. But let's do a campfire. Let's do s'mores. Let's start the conversation, because it's so much more than just camping. It's so much more than just the s'mores. It's about community. It's about womanhood, girlhood, togetherness, how to be good human beings. And then the volunteers, your life just expands in character. It gives you good feelings and good, I think there's a Jewish term, naches. It's a good feeling inside your heart that you're giving of your most important resource, your time. So I just want to applaud you for doing that. And from this Girl Scout, I am really touched to be able to come and talk about Girl Scouts, my experience with Girl Scouts, and why volunteering is so very, very important. Does anybody have any questions at all? Any of the volunteers or the gals that are with the Northern New Jersey Girl Scouts, any questions at all about the journey that you're about to face? No? It's the best journey. It is the best. So how many of the volunteers how many of you have camped? Okay, how many of you, okay, that's hard to see because most of you have. How many of you have not camped? Sandra, have you camped?
Believe it or not, I slept in bunks without bathrooms. I went to horseback riding camp. I mucked stalls.
Okay.
I did it all. So yes, I'm all about it. I just now have a manicure.
Yeah, right. So let's take a look. How many of you have not camped yet? Don't be shy. Don't be scared. Okay, okay. All right. So you have a lot of people around you that are going to support you. You're going to get your guidance, your mentorship. You never know how great it's going to be. It is a little, listen, get the mattress, bring the mattress. That's all I have to say. Make it easy on yourself. Do go and try and test them before you buy them. But that really does help, because as a kid, of course, you sleep on whatever you sleep on. But as the volunteer, make it as easy as possible for yourself, because I think that's going to be very helpful. People might be like, oh, that's a nice mattress, and they might come back with it. But when you can rest easy in nature, and also when you're in classrooms and you're out of the camp situation, a lot of things are going to pop up. And as a collective unit, you grow together. And once again, just to tie up this, I want to thank you. I really want to thank you for stepping up and being courageous, sharing your character, and being, what's the other C? It takes confidence to step into a leadership position. And as a volunteer with these young people who are thirsty, they're thirsty to have great leadership with women. And I love having the two gentlemen that are here, a part of the organization, so hats off, this is great. And it's also really lovely to have the day-to-day when you're with your group, you're gonna be able to see what's happening in their lives, who needs extra help. You're going to be a very integral part of a young person's life. So just go with the best intentions. You have a lot of support here. And I'm just so very, very happy to meet you. It's just the most important thing that you could probably do outside of being a really good parent yourself, and for those that are all parents, or by being with these young people at this really impressionable age, that they can do it, they can go for it, they can try it. They've never tried something, here you go, we're doing this together. I haven't done this, or I have done this, whatever it might be, guiding them down the road that they can be confident that they can handle anything that before them, and be creative with the solution. That's one, I said that in the very beginning. People in my life are like, how did you figure that out? And it's because early on, for so many years in the Girl Scouts program, we weren't given every single tool. Well, let's figure this out. Let's do what's the next best thing? That's great service. All right, so thank you so much for having me and sharing this wonderful morning with me, and I get to share this with you. And what a beautiful day. You couldn't have asked for a better day today. Yeah, thank you. And good luck, have fun.